What up, all you badasses out there? I've got 5 horror film recommendations that I want you guys to check out. I think these movies are really cool, and you'll like them, and they're weird. And let's go ahead and start off with Dead and Buried. Oh, yeah. That lenticular action. Ow, bitch, stop stabbing me in the eye. Damn. Loaded with special features. And, yeah. I love a good small town horror film, and that's exactly what this is. You know, these weird murders are taking place for like seemingly no reason at all. People are getting their faces smashed in, they're getting stabbed, they're getting gouged, they're getting their eyes pierced. And we are on the ride with this sheriff to figure out what's going on and why these murders are happening. And I think this movie is very well done. You know, it's set right, the town's right off of this beautiful lake. You get this fog that rolls in that adds a lot of atmosphere. I just like the way it's shot, the cinematography, all that stuff. It just adds to this very creepy, tension-filled film. And you get some really great gore and deaths in here. And I love a movie that has a mystery to it, you know, something that we're trying to solve. So that's Dead and Buried. Definitely watch that one. All right, next one. We have Jacob's Ladder. Now, I'll just say, this is a hard movie to talk about. I'll just tell you, it is a mind fuck of a film. That's the best way I can describe it. Tim Robbins is going through some really crazy stuff. He thinks it's PTSD, and it could be, but we're not sure. You know, that's another film that has like a lot of mystery to it. Very trippy visuals, and yeah, he's an old war vet, so he's not sure if what he's seeing is PTSD or if there's something really wrong with, like, if there's something actually happening to him and like in reality or whatever. So, you know, he goes to see a psychiatrist to try to figure it out, and all of his like memories keep leaking out, pouring out, and he doesn't know what's real and what's fake and this and that. And we get kind of these different I don't want to spoil anything for you, but it's just trust me, go watch Jacob's Ladder. I promise you it's worth the watch at least one time, just so you can say like, whoa, that was a mind fuck of a movie. You know. And I just like where it goes. It's like an acid trip, basically. It's one of those types of movies. But, you know, Tim Robbins is acting his ass off. There's some awesome visuals, very horrific and terrifying visuals. So, worth a watch. Next up, we've got The Gate. Nice little Vestron release. This is imprint. You know, this is an imprint one, so you got a lot of special features on that as well. It's a good one to get. And then we've got a little Vestron video here. The Gate also has a lot of special features on it. And yeah, this one, man, I used to watch this all the time when I was a kid. I loved The Gate growing up. It really reminds me a lot of Poltergeist. So I think if you like Poltergeist, you'll like this movie. Basically, these two kids, one of them is Stephen Dorff. You know him as, you know, he's in the film Blade. He plays Deacon Frost in Blade, and he's been in True Detective. He was in True Detective season 3 and a lot of other stuff. But yeah, he plays the little boy, and then him and his friend accidentally open up the gates of hell in his backyard, basically. And all these little demon creatures start pouring out, these little guys right here. And they're like, hey, what's going on? We want to raise hell. And it's so cool the way it is, too, because it's like that stop motion animation and all that stuff. So I love those kind of effects. And it takes you on a ride, because, you know, it's a PG rated movie, or PG-13. Sorry, it's a PG-13 rated movie. It kind of has like a little bit of like the Goonies feels, the Stranger Things feels, so those, you know. But then it will just have these really horrific moments, you know, where you're like, whoa, okay, you know. I guess this isn't just a kids movie. So yeah, but yeah, I really enjoy this one a lot. Look at little baby Steven right there. Yeah, there's a lot of great practical effects being used in this movie. Like I said, the stop motion animation, just the way the creatures are designed. At one point, the kid has an eye sticking out of his hand, and he like stabs the eye in his hand. There's blood and all this stuff. It's really just a lot of cool visuals like that. And yeah, so I definitely recommend The Gates. Got to figure out whether they are able to close the gates of hell or whether they're consumed by all these creatures from the night. All right, next up, I've talked about this movie before, but I feel like I really want to push this one again, and that is Sick. This is a movie I really, really want people to watch. You know, they threw this thing on Peacock during the pandemic, and I don't think anybody watched it because who the fuck has Peacock? And I think it just flew under a lot of people's radar. Walmart ended up putting out this DVD, which I blind bought. And these two young actresses here do such a good job in this movie. Very believable characters. They make smart decisions throughout. Very believable. Kevin Williamson wrote the script for this. You know, Kevin Williamson wrote the script for Scream and Scream 2, and I Know What You Did Last Summer, and a lot of other really good movies. Or I should say great films. I mean, Scream is one of my all-time favorite slashers. I love that movie. And Sick, I'll tell you, I mean, it's really good. And it's like an hour and 23 minutes or something like that. It's really short. It goes by like that. It's a breeze. But it's always, there's a lot of, the way it's shot it's so well shot, especially the opening scene, or not the direct opening scene, that was good, but then like when we first encounter our killer basically, and him and this other person are having it out, and it's just the way it's filmed, it makes you feel like you're in the room with them, like you're struggling with the killer. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of chase scenes in Sick, which, you know, Kevin Williamson loves a good chase scene. You've got him in Scream, you've got him in Scream 2, you have him in I Know What You Did Last Summer. He loves a good chase, like where the killer's just running after one of the girls and she's trying to get away, and they're going all over the place, you know, running after each other and stuff. But there's so much tension, and I don't know. I think it's a movie you really need to see. And yeah, I like the third act. I like the payoff to it. I mean, it makes sense. And you know, of course I wouldn't give that away or anything like that. You'll have to watch it for yourself. But yeah, and there's some really good kills in this, some good gore. Not a ton of kills. It's a pretty small cast, but the kills that are in there I think are really well done. And yeah, and I can't say enough, the acting is really great in this movie. You know, for a couple of actresses that I've never seen in anything before, I thought they did a really good job. Very believable as friends, and you know, basically they just go out to this remote cabin out in the middle of nowhere, of course. By the way, beautiful visuals. Love all the cabin that they stay at in this place. Holy shit, it looks so cool. I would love to stay there. It's a huge cabin. It's not like just some little shithole cabin in the woods. It's a huge cabin, and it's all decked out. So yeah, so the setting is cool. Plus they're off the lake, so you have that adding to it as well. I don't know. I can't say enough good things about Sick. I really want people to go watch that movie. All right. And last but certainly not least, we have The Kindred. Ugh, The Kindred, nasty. You'll see what I'm talking about when you actually watch the movie. But Synapse Films put this out. Shout out to Synapse Films. I live in Michigan. They're a Michigan-based company, so it's awesome. And it came with this really cool slipcover and then the steelbook underneath. And ooh, what's that name right there? What's that name? Yeah, Anthony didn't ask to be brought into this world. The Kindred. The baby bottle poster. I'm sure you guys remember that. People that are old enough that remember the Blockbuster days. You know, I'm sure you've seen this poster a million times. Now, this movie is just, it's kind of slow, I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit of a slow burn, but the creature effects in this are worth it alone. Oh, it's so gooey and nasty and gross. you know, and yeah, basically you have these scientists, and this guy's mother passed away and she was a scientist. So then you have all these other, people that are uh, going out there to going out to the house where his mother was working out of, and to go look to find whatever like experiments or whatever she was working on out there. And it's like this guy, a girl, a bunch of their friends all go out, and there's this creature hidden in the house, and that's Anthony. And it's a weird movie because it's not really, there's not a lot of kills in it. I mean, people get attacked, they get hurt, but there's not actually a ton of death. It's almost like they were very confident that they would get a sequel or something, and they're like, "Oh, we want to bring all these characters back." So that's why I say it is a little slow. There are action beats that happen, and people do die, but it would have been nice to add a couple more to the body count. But these, I'm telling you, these creature effects are so cool. And one of the special features I was watching, they were talking about how they use like basically lube. like sex lube to create all the sliminess on the creatures and stuff. And when people are just getting blasted with this stuff, they're just getting blasted with basically like a KY jelly type of stuff, just lube. And it's nasty, man. It's nasty. And they douse one of the actors in it, and they were like, "Man, this actor is, well known, and we're not going to be able to, we're going to have to get this done in one take because we're not going to be able to do this to that person again." I don't want to give away who it is, but they're like, "Yeah, we got to get this done in one take." And they just douse this person in fucking lube. It's supposed to be slime and all that stuff, but what it really is lube and shit. And it's just so funny. Yeah, some good special features on here. But yeah, just a fun creature feature type film. I definitely recommend watching this. Let me know what you think, because I feel like this film doesn't really get talked about too much, probably because it's hard to find. But yeah, Synapse Films put out a really nice release of it here. And yeah, check out The Kindred. And yeah, that's it. That's my 5 right there. 5 recommendations. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've seen any of these films, or if you're planning on watching any of them. Let me know down in the comments below. But this is Anthony's Horror and More, and I'm out this bitch. Peace out, guys. Let me know what you think. Later.